This is a major development in the ongoing immigration debate in the United States. Border czar Tom Homan has officially announced that the months-long immigration enforcement surge in Minnesota is coming to an end. The operation, which began late last year, led to mass protests, thousands of arrests, and tragically, the deaths of 2 U.S. citizens. Let's break down what happened. The federal government launched a large-scale immigration enforcement crackdown across parts of Minnesota, particularly in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. The goal, according to officials, was to aggressively target undocumented immigrants and dismantle what they described as criminal networks operating within the state. Thousands of federal agents were deployed, raids increased, arrest numbers surged. Federal authorities described it as a necessary step to restore law and order, but almost immediately, the operation sparked controversy. Community leaders, immigrant rights groups, and civil liberties organizations accused the government of overreach. Protests erupted across Minnesota. Demonstrators filled the streets, arguing that families were being separated and communities were being targeted indiscriminately. Tensions escalated further when 2 U.S. citizens were killed during enforcement actions. The incidents intensified national outrage and turned Minnesota into the center of a heated immigration battle. As protests grew and criticism mounted, pressure increased on federal officials to reassess the strategy. Now, Tom Homan says the surge is ending. Federal agents will begin withdrawing, and immigration enforcement will return to what officials call standard operations, rather than the highly visible, large-scale crackdown that dominated headlines for months. Supporters of the operation argue it strengthened border security and enforced federal law. Critics say it damaged communities and raised serious questions about accountability and civil rights. The larger debate over immigration enforcement in America is far from over, but for Minnesota, this intense chapter appears to be closing. The question now is, what happens next? Will this mark a shift in national immigration policy or simply a temporary pause in a broader strategy? One thing is certain, the political and social impact of this surge will be felt long after the agents leave. Stay tuned.